Awesome, fantastic. You are on this super secret bonus day. Oh my gosh, so day 6, super secret bonus day. You've pushed through, now you got the bonus, now we get to play. This is awesome. So you've done fantastic. Little review. So we installed the Ultra Clean Warp Gate and cleared our chakras, our auras in the first day. Then the second day we cleared our chakras, kind of got the basics, how it works. And now we had that superpower. Now we went deep into our auras and our chakras to clear out major stuff like not lovable, not worthy, don't matter. Like these are core stuff. When you get that, your life completely changes, even if you get it 1%, right? So stick with those. But now this is where we get to play a little bit, right? I'm kind of gonna bring it back to day 1 and 2, where you can kind of feel into your aura. And we also play with a little bit of that, and also just play with some of the motions, because your motions help you navigate this 3-dimensional or 5D world and create like a new 3-dimensional reality. So what we do is like, when you're having the experience of emotion, like say you're like really angry, right? You can then clear that, because a lot of that could be coming just from trash that's in your aura, right? I mean, you only want to have like the feeling of anger, right? To then be a generative emotion to take action. So you feel angry, you get the message, you take action, and you let it go. But if you're feeling angry all the time, there's something stuck, something's busted. Or if you're feeling sad all the time, something broke, something's busted. If you're feeling depressed all the time, something's broke, something's busted, right? So the first place to check is in the aura, because it could just be you got a printout, an old printout that says, oh, feel angry. And you're like, oh, feel angry. Oh, feel angry. You're like, man, is that notice still there? Feel angry. As opposed to like some info that came in that's saying, oh, feel angry. It's stuck. It was supposed to say, feel angry, then go. 10 years ago, right? So this is where it can be a great play of like really releasing stuff, right? And getting free of stuff, which I guess that's fun, right? I call it fun because playing in this magical world, oh, there's such glory here. There's such glory, but if there's trash everywhere, it's not glorious. It sucks, right? So we're gonna clear that out. So let's go with anger, because that's big emotion that we always normally have it ourselves. We're like not allowed to get angry at other people, but you can get angry at yourself, and that's fine. So if you're feeling a lot of anger, right? You're feeling it, so say, okay, all the anger in my aura in front of me, I ultra clean my highest good. Then feel it. What was that change? That change? Did the anger lift? And if it did, you're like, oh, guess what? It's just stuck in my aura. It wasn't even mine. And then the anger lifts. But then you also can go for the left of me of like, hey, maybe you store a lot of it to the left, right? So like, cause there, all the anger that's in the left of me in my aura, I ultra clean in my highest good. And notice, okay, and then breathe out. Did that go? Right? And then the same with the right. Say, ultra clean, all the anger in my aura to the right of me, I ultra clean in my highest good. And then notice, like, is the anger leaving? This is where you can start building up of like, wow, it's not this fixed emotion that I'm stuck with. That was just stuck in my aura. And then you'll really get the power of like clearing out your aura and daily clearing of like, oh my gosh, there's all these emotions, a lot that I don't like, that I'm experiencing on a regular basis because it's just trash that was left there. And by clearing it out, how much more joy can I have? Because I'm not doing all these old programs of crap. Joy could be right there behind it. But we're like, you gotta do anger. Gotta do anger. But you clear it out and be like, oh, I get a joy. Yeah. Right? It's like 10 emotions you gotta feel. It's like anger, joy. Oh wait, clear those out. Oh, it's just joy. It's all joy. But that's like how to do that, as opposed to like, do joy. But you got all this anger in your aura and you feel angry, And that's like a have to do joy. And it's like, versus you clear out the anger, you're just gonna start feeling joy. You're just gonna start feeling the magic. You're gonna start feeling the wonder. And this is how you get there, right? So whatever. So if you have sadness, look to see sadness. Okay, do I got sadness in my aura like below me? Is there sadness? Ultra clean in my highest good. And did you feel a lift? Like, oh, I felt the lift. And it was in your aura. That was just stuck there, right? And you realize that's like, oh wow, that thing I had to be sad about, that was just old. That could just be thrown out. It wasn't in the moment I need. But you go through and you clean like, sadness in front of you, behind you, left, right, below, and above you, cleared out, right? And you still have the same sadness. You'll probably have a different piece because there's like, it'll kind of clop together, but you might still have a little bit of sadness. And then the same with your aura. I mean, your chakras, you go through the different chakras, like, your root chakra. Okay, all the sadness in my root chakra, ultra clean in my highest good. All the sadness in my sex chakra, ultra clean in my highest good. Solar plexus chakra, ultra clean in my highest good. Now you're going to be feeling this sadness change. Like invariably, you're gonna feel change with the sadness, but you're also probably gonna get more information about it too. If it's still here, if it's still present, because you can clear all your chakras and clear your auras and still have sadness because it's up, because it's present time, it's needing for you to address, and that's fine. But you'll have all the stuff that was in the past that was confusing or doubt or just all the gunk around it cleared out, to where now you can address that sadness of like, oh, what am I supposed to be getting here? What was that purpose? What is that emotion trying to tell me, like in the moment? Not all the other stuff that glopped onto it, all the old rerun shows, as opposed to what's the current show, what's currently happening. And a lot of times you'll find magic in that. You'll find solace in that. You'll find like, oh, okay, you know, this is leading me back to a profound love that I have. Okay, and you can connect to that love, and then that sadness lifts, and you realize what a gift you have, that you had that love, you have that love, that you can reconnect deeper to that love. The sadness was bringing you to that, but you couldn't get there when all the other junk, all the other sadnesses that hadn't been let go are stuck to it. So this is a great way to kind of get back into the moment, get back present as to what's really going on. Not to mention just lift a lot of these emotions we don't want, you know, whether it's frustration, okay? All the frustration, let's clear the frustration out of my aura. Yeah, that sounds good. Let's clear the frustration out of my aura. So all the frustration in front of me, ultra clean my highest good. And it's fun to clear different directions because it's kind of a lot of different frustration. Like the frustration you store in front of you is different than the frustration you store behind you, right? So you get the nuance and the difference when you clear in front of you, because you might feel it lift in a certain way, but you still some frustration, but it's like, oh, that's a little bit different. And then like, oh, is that my behind me frustration? Okay, behind me, all the frustration in my aura, ultra clean in my highest good. Whew. You're like, oh, okay, that's different. That's a change. And this is a lot. So this is like kind of like your play where you get to really delve deep into energy work with this powerful tool, ultra clean warp gate. You know, you ultra clean, you can like radically clean your aura in front of you, to left, behind you, and like start seeing where you're placing stuff and seeing the nuances of different frustration goes here and there, unique to you. And then the same with your chakras. You can go through the various chakras, clearing out emotions that aren't supposed to be there, and the ones that stay of like, oh, maybe there's somehow I need to address that, right? That's the one I need to address. And it just allows you to really dive deep into this non-physical world, and it starts to become really magical, especially when you get all the old stuff out of the way, to where you start dealing with present stuff, what's happening, and you're like enjoying like this movie of life in the present without all these interruptions of like old past movies that you're like, oh, aren't I done with that already? You know, is that back again? So hopefully you'll play with that, really like play with the various different emotions that you're experiencing. And like, it's just a way to just pull this magical world in. And until we talk again, have a blessed day or a blessed night.